people, this is lesson number 2 in the intermediate course. The last lesson, we went over types of chords, major, minor, diminished, and augmented, and I gave you some different chords to work with on each tone of the scale in the key of C. And remember, you can take those chords if you want to try them in different keys. You can take those chords and you can move them up half steps and play them in different types of different keys. So you don't have to stay in C. Just as long as you remember the formula of the C major scale or the major scale, you can take them and apply them to any key. If you have any questions with that, just email me and shoot me an email and I will explain it a little bit further. Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be working on, this is kind of fun, we're going to be working on different types of scales. So as I showed you, you have the major scale, and you have a minor scale, you have diminished scales, and you have whole tone scales, and we're going to get into that a little bit. And I'm going to finish the tones, giving you chords for each tone. We went from 1 to 5. Now we're going to go from, to finish it off, I'm going to give you the 6th tone chords on the 6th tone, and I'm going to give you a chord on the 7th tone. Alright, so basically, like I said, I gave you the C major scale. Now I'm going to give you a minor scale. Okay, the C minor scale, and you're gonna write this formula down as well, and it's gonna sound like this. It's the same sound as the minor chord. It's gonna sound like a serious type sound. Okay, and here it is. Okay. So the formula for this one, I want you to write this down. I really don't have a phrase for it, but I can just give you the whole and half steps, okay? So here we go. That's a whole step, a half step, another whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, and another whole step. One more time. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. And there is your minor scale. And in this case, since we're in C, it's a C minor scale. And I want you to do it as well in your left hand. What you're going to do is when you're practicing, you're going to start with your right hand, go up, then go down a few times, then do your left hand, go up, and then go down a few times. Okay? Now, the way this next scale is, this one is one of my favorites. It's called the blues scale. It's for like jazzy, just jazz stuff. So here it is right here. So like you'll hear. So like blues players, they'll play that like on improvisations, kind of like freestyle. They'll do different things like that. So this formula for the blues scale, it's a little different. So it'll be. All right, so it's you're gonna start on the 1, and then it's gonna be a minor 3rd, and then it's gonna be a major 4th, go up a half step, another half step, then it's gonna be, let's see what that is, a minor 7th, and you're gonna go back to the root, which is C. Okay. Now, let me explain I know you heard me say like a minor 3rd. So that is based off of the minor scale. So remember, I showed you how to do a minor scale. 1, 2. That's your minor third in the minor scale. Then 4, which is your regular. It's the same as a major. And this is 5. This is your minor 6. This is your minor 7, and back to the root. So that's where you get it. So it's a little different. So you can make chords, make minor chords based off of the minor scale. So 1, minor third, and then 5, then the 5th. Okay? Now, the next scale I'm going to show you is going to be a diminished scale. I'll start down here. Excuse me, that's the wrong key. Right here. So it's going to be this right here. C, E flat, G flat, and A. And the formula for this, write this down, is going to be the 1, minor third, the minor 5th, excuse me. No, not the minor 5th, it's going to be the flat 5. You're just going to call it the flat 5, flat 5. So 1, minor third, flat 5, and the 6. And you can just base that off the major scale. And what you can do, it's a chord, but you can make it into a scale. It'll sound like this. Then you can speed it up. And that's a C diminished scale. And the trick is, you can make anything a run when you're doing improvisations and things like that. A regular chord, you can make it into a run. You know, things like that. So, and that's where arpeggiating comes from. That's how you get good with doing runs and things like that, by arpeggiating it. So, things like arpeggiate it down. Okay? Alright, so I've given you the major scale, I've given you a minor scale, I've given you a diminished scale, and I'll give you a whole tone scale. A whole tone scale is you're just basically going whole tones up, so you're not, it's just all whole tones. You're making whole steps. So it'll be like this. We'll start at C, a whole step, another whole step, another whole step, another whole step, and then another whole step. Just like that. One more time. Whole step, right. Whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and another whole step. Okay? Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Like I said, if you have any questions, just email me and I will clarify it. Hopefully that was pretty straightforward. So we're going to stay on this lesson, but I'll be right back, and then when I come back, we're going to finish off your chording your major scale. I'm going to give you more chords for your vocabulary in the key of C.